What's up, guys? It's Nick here with Nuggets Anonymous. This is our first video ever, and today we're going to be checking out Repticon in Birmingham, Alabama. We're at the Morris Shrine Temple, and it's going to be so much fun. Tons of great animals, tons of cool people. So, I've got nothing else to say. Let's head in.
Alright, how do I look? Do I look beautiful?
Gorgeous. Beautiful,
Okay.
gorgeous. I was going to say, let's get some makeup, but it's for me, not for you. Alright, guys, so I'm here with William, and he is with what company again?
The Phantom Gecko.
Phantom Gecko, which this guy looks like a phantom. Can you tell me more about this guy?
So this is actually the dude. So this is one of the first crested geckos that I got roughly about 6 years ago, and he's roughly about 10 years old now. So he's about middle of the road for this species.
Okay.
So this species will live anywhere up to 25 years of age. We really don't know how long.
And you can see there's that jumping they're famous for.
How long they can live in captivity for. I believe the longest recorded is roughly around 23 to 25 now.
So these guys are close to the leopard geckos where they're going to live for a good little amount of time.
Correct.
Alright, and you guys can see this guy's actually still holding on to his tail, which most crested geckos by this age have actually kicked these things off.
A lot of the time it's an accident. So we've actually, moved apartments here and there, and then we moved into a new home, and we were actually, putting the enclosure together and, putting the gecko in there, and they were just like, nope, I'm not having it, and dropped the tail. But luckily enough, this guy has, maintained his tail, and he's just an absolute sweetheart. Really kind of shows the temperament of the species and how amazing they are.
And how long have you guys been working with these guys?
So crested geckos, we've been working with them for about 6 years. I actually started off with geckos when I was roughly around 12 years old. I had 3 leopard geckos, and at that point I was pretty much hooked with geckos, and about 2 years into college I had my first apartment, and I saw these guys online, and I was like, okay, I have to get them. And now I have about 200 of them between about 20 different species, and we're hoping to grow from there.
Okay, awesome. So obviously you've been working with these guys for a while. So do you have any projects you guys are working on right now that you're just like pumped for?
So we are called the Phantom Geckos. So we're working with a gene with the gargoyle gecko species called Phantom Eyes.
Okay.
So instead of a normal kind of with gargoyles, it's typically a silver color. Their eye is entirely pitch black. So it's something that actually transitions over time, so you won't see the individual as at birth. It's something that transitions roughly 2 to 6 years of age, and it's almost like a windshield wiper effect where it slowly transitions over the eye and changes. It's actually a really incredible transition, and you can actually see more of it on our website, thephantomgecko.com, if you're interested.
Awesome. Well, William, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us. I appreciate you guys so much.
Not a problem.
Awesome. Hey guys, make sure you go check out William's Phantom Gecko on their website and Facebook. Alright guys, so I'm here with Callie and Melody, and they have 2 really cool geckos here. These are kind of what I always call the starter geckos if you're ever interested in lizards. Right here we have a leopard gecko, which these guys are super cool. And tell me about this guy.
Well, they said he's about a little under a year old, and I'm not sure. I think he's a carrot tail morph.
Yep.
And it's my first ever leopard gecko. I'm very excited.
So guys, this is our first. So you're actually seeing the reptile hobby begin right here. It's always super fun when people get their first animals. And then she right here has a crested gecko, which is another starter gecko. And what do you know about this guy?
It says that they said that he was like around 2 years old, and that he's just really cute.
Okay. And guys, you can see on this one's super cool because you have like all that deep patterning in the center. And then this one over here with like no back pattern and then all that carrot tail is beautiful. So these girls are gonna have picked out some really cool geckos to start with. Thank you guys so much for talking to us.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for. I enjoyed it.
All right. Awesome. Alright guys, so I'm here with Tristan. He's actually here with Gecko Junkie and Blackburn Exotic. And what do we have? What are we looking at right now, Tristan?
So this is going to be Delilah. This is one of our big red-tailed boas. We bring these girls to the show and we do $5 pictures so we can educate people. And sometimes, you know, we get adults or even kids in the show that have fears of these animals.
Yeah.
So a big thing that I like to do is, you know, help break that fear. Some fun things I'll do to kind of spice it up. Sometimes parents will pay me, and then the kids really not wanting to do it, so I'll kind of offer them the money and things like that to just try to antagonize them, you know, give them some incentive.
Yeah, awesome. And guys, you can see these guys are trying really, really hard to kind of demolish that whole fear that snakes are bad and gross and mean. Because Delilah here is just adorable, and she's such a sweet little girl. She's actually just sitting here chilling out, just checking things out, not aggressive, not biting. She's just hanging out. It's awesome. And it's awesome they're they're trying to put out such a positive message. So how long have you been working with reptiles?
So I've been doing reptiles or intrigued by reptiles since I was a little kid. Growing up, you know, I always realized that my mom was paying for the bill. So once I got older and started to realize that I was going to have to pay for things myself, that's kind of why I chose the crested geckos and things like that, is to offer people with children a cost-efficient animal to kind of get you started. Not everybody's ready to jump into a snake or things like that. Crested geckos are fairly easy to take care of. We're not going to need any heat or light, so that's going to cut down on the bill right off the top. You don't necessarily have to feed them live insects. We've got a food that's Pangea fruit mix. You mix this with water, same consistency as like baby food yogurt, like a paste. We're going to give it to them 2 to 3 times a week. So kind of really a good thing for kids. You know, spray them once a day, feed them 2 to 3 times a week. And it's something that they can handle. It's not really, if it was to bite them, it's not going to hurt them. You know, it's more of a pinch, so it'll scare them more than anything.
Exactly.
But it's an animal we can get in their hands that's going to start them off and have a successful experience.
And guys, my crested gecko at home, Riff Raff, he loves this stuff like candy, but he loves the mango formula. For some reason, he loves that stuff. And that and some crickets, and he goes nuts. But Jeff, Tristan, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to talk to us. We appreciate you so much. And guys, check out Gecko Junkie if you want a cool gecko. Check out Blackburn Exotics for some of these awesome snakes. And if you ever catch him at a Repticon, make sure you stop by and say hey to Delilah. Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with Nicky and Nicky's Teas, and she's an amazing person here. She's actually got some amazing tarantulas, like this guy right here, a Honduran curly hair. Am I correct?
That is a curly hair, yes.
These guys are so cool, and she actually has a couple examples for you guys of how they go from like these little tiny babies all the way up to like these big guys like right over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here is an adult female, and that's about as big as they're going to get, and she's really big actually.
That is so cool.
That is a size down, and then in comparison, that is a sling, a baby.
So guys, it's so cool to see spiders, especially these kind of giants, go from like these little itty bitty dots all the way up to something that big. That's the size of like a teacup saucer. I'm gonna let this little guy down right here, just so that way I can, just that way I'm not like sitting here shaking. Guys, I like spiders and all that, I just don't like holding them. But Nicky has been in this hobby for a good while, and she's actually a really good friend. She does a lot of really cool stuff with tarantulas. How long have you been doing this?
I was messing with bugs since I could walk. Yeah, literally. When I was 3, I got the Audubon Book of Insects, and I was going out collecting bugs when I was moved to acreage, so I've been in the woods catching bugs all day. When I was about 10, I got my first tarantula.
Okay.
That got me hooked.
What was your first?
Curly hair.
Curly hair?
Yes.
She's already in.
Yeah.
So she's showing all her originals.
Yes,
Awesome.
absolutely.
And so is there anything you're working with right now that just is like you're so pumped for?
Gosh, there's so many different ones that are beautiful. I'd say my favorite are the pokies, though. Any of the Basilicarea, I love those.
Pokies are fun. You have one right here? Or
I do. I have a few actually right here.
Okay.
I have a Formosa, which is in this enclosure, and I'll
Okay, and I'm gonna assume by the name these are pokies, so I'm gonna assume these are not something you want to hold. Guys, check that out. That is so cool with that skeletal, with that kind of skeletal type look to it. That is really cool. All right.
And that one is called the saline ornamental in common terms.
Saline ornamental. Okay, guys. So if you ever want something cool, that's what you want to get is saline ornamental. All right. So Nicky, and also you work with Bob over here, and your husband, right?
Terry.
Terry?
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know why I called him Bob.
That's okay.
So he also works with ball pythons and stuff over there. So Nicky also knows a little bit about the snakes and all that kind of stuff. He does everything. He's coming from his group that you're excited for.
I'm actually working with black-headed pythons from Australia right now, and that's kind of my passionate project, as you say. I have one that is exhibiting what's called calico, and she is lightening every time she sheds her skin. She's getting lighter and lighter, so I'm trying to work on reproducing some more of those.
That sounds cool, guys. Now, black-headed pythons, if you don't know from Australia, they look a little similar to the Loma pythons with that body where it's kind of striped and everything. But they have a solid black head. In the wild, they'll stick that out from their burrows. That way they can soak up some sun. But imagine that with like white freckling all through that. That would be an amazing snake. Nikki, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And guys, make sure you check her out on Nikki's Tees on Facebook. She's amazing. And also, make sure you get them while they last. She's been busy all day.
Yes, I had a lot more when I started this morning, so but I replenish pretty regularly.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right. Alright guys, so again I'm here with some awesome snakes, and anyone who knows me knows that I love reticulated pythons. This is Taryn from Misfits and Monsters, and just tell me what I'm holding because that's awesome with snakes.
So you're holding a Phantom right now? That one is going to be either het for albino or het for mocha.
Okay, and guys, I don't know a ton about the genes. All I know is these guys, in the wild, the normal ones can get to be about 25 feet long or so, and then there's also the dwarfs which get to be about 12 feet, and then the super dwarfs which can get about 10 feet or so, which is about the same as boa constrictor. And what all have you got in that little bundle of goodness right there?
So I have an Amel tiger that is dwarf. I have a golden child sun tiger here, and then I also have a purple sun tiger.
Okay, and guys, you know purple is my favorite color, so anything that's purple is already my favorite, and the sun tiger stuff with all that cool patterning coming through, and then the bright oranges and yellows contrasting it are amazing. So Taryn, how long have you been working with reticulated pythons?
So I've been doing it on a professional level for almost 5 years now, but on a personal level, along with my professional, it's been almost 8.
8 years working with big snakes, guys, and that's impressive. So, Taryn, what got you into this kind of stuff?
So, I went to a reptile expo in Dallas, Texas when I was 19, and there was a guy sitting on a stage with this giant 18-plus foot female, just sitting there with her wrapped around him, hugging her. I fell in love. The very next show, I bought my first reticulated python. It was a male tiger, and I've had him for 8 years now. His name is Cosmo.
So did you own any snakes prior to that, or was that?
I had only had one corn snake prior.
Guys, jumping from a corn snake to a retic is freaking epic. I don't recommend it for everybody, but it's freaking epic.
So you have to understand something. When you get into reptiles and snakes and stuff like that, you have to kind of know what you want. And it's not fair to go in and say, oh, well, I'm going to get a starter animal, but I really want this animal. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get that starter, you're going to get tired of it, you're going to get what you really wanted, and then you're going to end up selling your starter animal. So what I ended up doing is I jumped straight into what I wanted. I wanted a big, giant reticulated python. I wanted something massive that I could sit down in my living room and not lose it. And that's what I did. I got a giant snake and I fed it and I fed it and I fed it, and I got him to 12 foot in about 1.5 years. And, you know, for me, I didn't realize when I got into retics how smart they were. I got into retics because I thought they were going to be big. I didn't care about the temperament.
Exactly.
And then I realized that these guys start to know you. They understand you. They follow you around. If you come to see them, they will look at you and wait. I've had some that had the food response that you could see overrode everything. But I've also had others that would come out of their cage just to see.
That is so cool, guys. And that is a testament to how freaking smart these guys are. And it's also a testament to the fact that if you want something, definitely go for it. And it's also a testament to the fact that if you study and you know what you're doing and you just make sure that you know what you're getting into, you can pull off getting a big snake as your first snake. I'm not saying always do it, but I am saying that if you really, really want it and you study hard for it, you can do it too.
And here's the thing, if you have the right person walking you through it and helping you, if you buy from the right breeder, not one of these guys that just wants to sell you a snake, but buy from somebody that you know is going to sit there and talk you through it, help you, teach you, that's where you need to be. You need to buy from those people.
Exactly.
And here's the thing, I do this because I want to bring people into reticulated pythons. I don't do this because I make tons of money, because I drove 9 hours and 20 minutes here just overnight from Dallas to be at this show. I don't do this because it's glamorous. I do it because I love these animals and I want other people to be able to share in that love.
Guys, the reptile hobby, you work with beautiful animals, but there's a lot of stuff you deal with, especially snake poop and all kinds of stuff. And I'm gonna be honest, I've cleaned a reticulated python cage. it is not fun after they've had 3 rabbits and you have had to clean up what's left. It's not fun. But thank you so much, Taryn, for taking the time to talk to us. We appreciate you so much. Guys, make sure you follow her at Misfits and Monsters, and we'll have her website and her Facebook page down there below. Make sure you check her out, especially if you want to get a cool animal like this. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Thank you, guys.
Okay guys, so we had a great time here at Repticon today. This was so cool, and I've got 2 cool snakes that I caught from someone coming out. These guys are a reticulated python and a blood python. Blood pythons are, as you know, a little cantankerous, so when this guy's chilling on my neck like this is cool. And then we have like a little retic, which is a little squirmy, but I'm still loving this guy. We got to hang out with some cool retics with Misfits and Monsters today. Saw some awesome tarantulas with Nicky, and we saw some dope geckos with William and with Gecko Junkie. Check out everybody we've interviewed today, guys, and make sure to show them some love. They were great for us, so make sure you're good to them. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll catch you next time on Nuggets Anonymous.